line there of discussion about that. We'll just, I appreciate that, but I've quite frankly, spent a lot of time studying the Civil War, and it may have been happened around that time, but I don't think if you go by Grant's home, he's not focused on local events. I think it is really important. As most of you know, I spent a lot of my life in law enforcement, one form or another. Mom's father was sheriff, Republican sheriff in Morgan County. My dad was a police judge. I come from a law enforcement background and whatnot. I think there's three upper rungs, three known knowns here. First of all, St. Louis has a very good police chief. Chief Bison needs to have the support of the public and needs to have people's support. I think on numerous occasions he's done a good, very, very good, solid job of making a difference. I think especially in the public eye, that the shooting that occurred up near I-70, I thought Chief Bison led his department incredibly well in this deeply difficult situation, and I have a lot of respect for him. So you want to do that. So I think criticizing that is not a way to get progress. I want to make sure that any debate about this is about governance, not about Chief Bison. Not to say there aren't challenges with any police department. My God, they exist, but I wouldn't want it to be a vote on whether he's doing well or not, because he's doing well. If it is, it should be changed. Number two, I kind of err on the side of change when you need to change when it comes to governance things, and I'm having I'm not saying I couldn't see a way to do it, but I haven't yet been convinced as to what you get as far as how does law enforcement improve? I have not, as governor, meddled in the day-to-day decisions of law enforcement in Kansas City or St. Louis. I've appointed who I think are the appropriate citizens to be on those boards, and I've told them the exact same thing. Their job is to be boards, to be oversight, but not to be day-to-day management. And I get concerned that unless if this thing was changed, that you would see day-to-day management of law enforcement, direct decisions made in the precincts, made in arrests, made in cases, specifically with direct political overtones. I mean, my God, I'm in a situation here with the Highway Patrol, in which the Senate, State Senate approves the Colonel, the Superintendent of the Highway Patrol, and the statutes give him significant and real power. I don't call Ron Repple up and tell him to go chase some speeder down in Grundy County or anything. So I want to make sure if people are talking about changing governance, I want to make sure that change of governance doesn't include direct involvement or pressure on law enforcement officers who are sworn to uphold the law. And when it takes such a political overtone to discussion, and I didn't say Democrat Republican, just a political overtone, that concerns you, because those police officers, it's a very difficult job. And they don't necessarily need to they need to answer to their sergeant, to their captains, and to their majors. They don't necessarily need to answer to their aldermen and their committeemen. And so if there is going to be a change, I would hope it was one that maintained the necessary independence of people who are sworn to do a duty, who are licensed to use deadly force, and who have the power by their oath to put and keep people in jail. That should not be a political power. That should be, a post-commission government thing. The discussion around this has been such that it's kind of like a political discussion, and that does concern me, because it's not a political function. All through our country, there's all sorts of. The head of the FBI, Robert Mueller, was not appointed by Barack Obama. It's his 1 12-year term doing his job. I always get concerned about too much political involvement in law enforcement. It traditionally, over the years, has not been something that has increased public safety or the public respect for the people who stand up for us.